All right, guys, so Unit 6, we're starting with law of sines. Historically, Unit 6 is the easiest unit of the year. Now, that doesn't mean it's easy if you don't try, but if you try, it is usually where kids are most successful. It's pretty much, here's some formulas, can you solve for the missing part, and that's about it, okay? It's not a complicated unit. So pay attention, and you should be fine. You'll notice on the assignment sheet, your test is all on MathSpace this time. So there won't be two parts for you to go back and forth between or to manage your time on. And doing your homework on MathSpace will obviously be pretty important for preparing you for your test on this unit, okay? All right, guys, so law of sines, let me just write it out for you here. We've got sine of angle A over little a is equal to sine of angle B over little b equals sine of angle C over little c. Let me draw a triangle over here. If you remember from geometry, the little letters are the sides opposite the angles. So little a is across from angle A, which is labeled with a capital letter. What you did in your warm-up and what you're used to from geometry is being able to solve for missing parts of right triangles. Okay, everything you looked at has been a right triangle so far. Does that look like a right triangle? No, I know I don't always draw my triangles well, but no, we're not talking about a right triangle here. This will work in any triangle. Okay, so let's do a few and then we'll talk about which triangles we can use this for. Depending on your given information. So first one we'll do here, we're given angle A is 75 degrees, angle C is 60 degrees, and side B is 34. Guys, I do want you to draw a triangle for every one of these problems. With the law of sines we're doing today, there's not a specific way that you have to draw it. Next time we're going to do the ambiguous case for law of sines, and then you do have to draw in a certain way. I'm going to just go A down here, B, C. So I know this was 75 degrees. Across from that is little a. Angle B I don't know. Angle C was 60 degrees. Across from that is side C. And then side B was 34. So the pieces you're solving for here are angle B, side A, and side C. And that's what we've got to find. Anybody know how to find angle B? Yep. So subtract, we know there's 180 degrees in the triangle, so what do we get for angle B? 45. Good. Go ahead and label that in there. All right, what you have to do now is just pick two of these law of sine ratios that you want to use and solve for the missing part. So I don't know side A or side C, so I probably don't want to use the 2 with the A and the C in it, because then you'd have 2 unknowns. So I'm going to start with just the sine of A, so sine of 75 over little a. And then I'm going to pick B since I know both parts. So equals sine of 45 over 34. Stop there for a second and make sure you guys are okay with that. Everybody see the setup? Okay. All right, so algebraically, how do I go about solving that? What'd you say? This, yeah, you can cross multiply, sure. And you're going to get to a point where you don't really need to write this out. But we'll do it on the first one here. So I'm just going to cross multiply. And then how do I get A by itself? Divide. All right, guys, so go ahead and try that on your calculator. Do you guys know the fraction shortcut key? No. Do we know our calculators at all? No. Let me pull mine up. We're going to go 3 decimal places. So first, what mode do you think we need to be in as far as degrees or radians? Degrees, yeah. Hopefully you figure that out with the warm-up too. I want to be in degree mode. There you go. That will give you some weird answers. So let's see. We had 34 sine of 75 over sine 45. So guys, if you push the alpha, that green key, and then y equals, that gives you a shortcut right to the fraction bar. So you can just push enter and then you have a fraction key to enter. So I'll do 34 sine of 75. All right, are you getting 46.445? Yeah. If you're not getting that on your calculator, raise your hand so I can come help you. Okay. You're not taking that. Anybody else calculator troubles? Being off by a little is calculator troubles too. So if you're like off close, that's not good. Okay. The issue is use that. So you're like, that's really All right, guys, okay? Oh, sorry, 46. All right, guys, so try to set up how you would solve for C. Now, my tip, do not use a rounded answer to find another answer. Okay, so unless you're storing that value from A, don't use A to find C. You can go back to using B to find C. I'll jot it down up here if you're unsure. And go ahead and solve that one to 3 decimal places. Anybody think they got it? No one? What'd you get, guys? Yes, 41 point, close, 41.641, yes. Now, guys, does it make sense to you that side C is a little bit smaller than side A? Okay, why? Good. Yeah, you remember from geometry, the longer side is going to be across from the bigger angle. Okay, so you can always kind of check your answers to make sure they make sense. Questions on the first one? Okay, let's try again. All right, angle B is 20 degrees. Angle C is 25 degrees, and side C is 8. So again, draw your triangle. So you are looking for angle A side A and side B. I'm gonna let you guys try this one from the beginning. Mm-hmm.
Whenever I write on it and choose like the marker, it does like the thickest line.
Yeah.
What size line do you have?
I have.
Yeah.
The thick.
And that's the default?
No. It usually picks like this one.
Yes.
And then I always change it
Okay.
to that. And sometimes this isn't there.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not there, it's over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I noticed that when you went to the color square and picked the color, it didn't change the size. I always click the line, the black or the green, whatever, and then it changes back to the
Yeah, if you just go from here,
You just
it'll
go,
stay
yeah.
whatever.
I just tried that out.
See, learning something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How do you get the line curve on the background?
That is in backgrounds over here. So you just have to search like at the top for like lined paper, and then I just save it to my content. So it's easy. And just drag it over and it's there.
Yeah.
It's handy when we get polars too. I can just throw a polar graph in there. So. Guys, what was angle A? Good start.
Oh, angle.
Yeah, angle A, sorry. Just making sure everybody had that one. Once you've got answers, check with your neighbor. Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually going to. Yeah, you're right. We missed the.
Yeah.
All right, guys, side A was 13.385 and B was 6.474. Walking around, it looks like you guys were doing pretty well with that one. Anybody questions on any part of it? All right. Try again. A is 42 degrees. C is 21 degrees. And side B is 34. Draw your picture. So you're looking for angle B, side A, and side C. Try again, guys.
117. No way. Right.
You just got sneak one in there that you can't do?
There's what?
Or you just missed sneak one in there that
It's not a pirate action.
they can't do?
Not today.
There you go.
That's how we'll start next time, though, and it'll be like,
Because of that.
wait, what?
Are they both?
Missing.
I always do that.
Just be like, oh, wait, what? They're feeling good about things.
Yeah.
Me too.
How many
Assign.
moves?
I have one more. I don't really feel like doing it. And then they're just gonna get work time today. And test scores. Of course, you're always welcome.
I'm gonna see one day when you like, it's like, no. Actually, maybe I'll just come. So I can wear it.
There you go. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like, to see how it all connects, like, from the trick stuff, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
you'll think it's cool.
Where's that from?
How we doing, guys?
Heel smell.
Did we get angle B as 117? Yeah.
Are there for
Give you a minute to finish up those last two sides.
Yeah. 5 years. 5 years. Don't be late anymore. Right by. I just drove this 46 and I feel like that hard stuff I see. When the drove
All right, guys, what'd you get for side A? $25 point what? Good, 25.533. What about side C? Okay, I think I heard it, 13.675. All right, do we feel pretty good about that so far? Okay, good. Just to show you, like, remember from geometry, side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, 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 like all those ways to prove triangles congruent. If you look at the setup, like in this problem, do you see how it's angle, side, angle? That's one of the setups where you can use law of sines. We're going to learn law of cosines as well. There is no law of tangents or secants or anything like that. And I'll show you the difference between the two, like when to use which formula. But if you ever forget, you can just set up the ratios, and if there's no way to get down to less than 2 variables, you know you've picked the wrong formula. So we won't worry about this a whole lot right now. We'll talk about it a little more next class, and once we get to law of cosines too, you'll see like how all of that fits together. But if you know, geometry is a painful memory and you don't want to think about congruence things, it's okay. You can still get through this part without that. The only other thing we need to talk about then is angles of elevation and depression. So I just want to draw a picture for you to make sure you guys know what is what. So let's say we've got someone down here. Their friend is up here on a cliff building. I don't know. They're waving. Okay. The guy on the ground looking up. This angle in here is the angle of elevation. Okay, the other term is angle of depression. That is not this angle. Okay? That's where people mess this up. What it is we're going to draw something parallel here, sort of, to the ground. This is the angle of depression out there. Okay, what do you notice about the angle of depression and the angle of elevation? They're congruent, yeah? Yeah, from geometry, again, parallel lines cut by a transversal, alternate interior angles are congruent. Remember, yeah, flashbacks for some, I see. Okay, so if you're given a problem that's talking about the angle of depression and you're sort of like, I don't know where to draw that in my picture, just turn it into the angle of elevation and put it there. Like, that's okay if that's the value you're given. They're always congruent, okay? You're never given this angle up here. You're just not. So if you see angle of depression or angle of elevation, just remember they mean the same thing. They are congruent. You have a few word problems on your math space dealing with angles of elevation and depression. If it is a right triangle that you're dealing with your angles of elevation and depression, you can go back to your basic right triangle trig stuff that you were doing in the warm-up, or you can use law of sines. It'll work either way. If it's not a right triangle, then you have to use the law of sines. Does that make sense? Okay, I know we're done pretty early today here, but that's okay. I'm going to give you time to work on math space. We're going to talk about the calendar just a second here, and I'll tell you your test scores, okay? Let me pull up the calendar just to show you something real quick. Thank you. Okay, guys, so this is us today. We did 6-1, intro to law of signs, pretty basic. Monday, we'll do 6-2, which is the ambiguous case. Hold on. Sorry. Then we get into February. Now, guys, got a couple of things happening here. This is a religious observance day. We're going to have, actually, I think I will do it birthday on this Friday. So your matching work day will be after we've done all the notes for the unit. So you kind of get like a bonus review day in there. Okay, so we'll do 6-3 here, work day here. Guys, I am gone the 8th and the 10th. Okay, I'm gone this whole week. Okay, so if you have questions over stuff, next week you need to come and see me. Okay, because I'm not going to be available this week. So it's the review day, so I'll post the key with the fake quiz. It's your test. That's it. Okay, so it's kind of an okay time for me to not be here for you guys, just because this is the easiest unit. And so I think you're going to be just fine doing that. And especially since we have sort of a bonus review day here. Would you guys rather do the fake quiz here and just have extra review time here so that we can go over it with me here? Okay, we'll do that. This will just be like extra time for you to study, work on whatever you need to, and then your test is here. Okay, so that way you can at least get some questions in. All right, just wanted to give you a little overview. I will miss you terribly this week, but I won't. Okay. All right. Let me hit assign on your math space. Guys, I feel like I haven't assigned you a math space forever, like first attempt. So reminder, when is this initial assignment due? Tomorrow night by 11:59, yes. Okay, it should be there now. And guys, I can't give you the test back yet, but I'll walk around and show you your scores, okay? You'll see 3 scores in red, that's your math space free response, and then the last column that I point at for you, that's your final, like, overall. Okay? I had
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So, and then angle of elevation and compression. So, press that speed. Okay.
How'd you do? There's the first page that there was a fixation, and the second page, did you get those solutions? On the bottom of that page, it had a bunch of solutions, I just didn't figure out the cosine.
I was like,
Just cosine.
that's what I told you, right?
Just
That's what it was. This guy got it.
Oh, wait, yeah.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't, it's fine.
Did I miss anybody?
No way. So just make sure, so I'll show you here. I feel like it's easier on a calendar view.
So I won't be here these 2 days. So just make sure you come, like if you have questions next week, get them taken care of. But we'll be through the unit and we're gonna switch this and do your fake quiz and everything there. So it shouldn't be. Okay. So I have just like scratch paper like that. Oh, actually, not like line paper. Sorry. If you want it,
Is that plain on both sides? I have like just plain computer paper.
Yeah, I'll take like a sheet of No, bro. I can show you that. Alright. Oh, yeah. It was like that. I went over there. The Baki didn't want to know.